Nerd Reactor, roll out.
What's up, Reactorites? John here, and I'll be talking about Apostle on Netflix. This one's coming out October 12th on Friday, and I had the chance to check it out. The movie is directed by Gareth Evans, and Gareth Evans, if you don't know, he has directed the first Raid film and Raid 2, and those are probably what I consider the top action movies, top martial arts action. There's a lot of movies that are out there with that, but this one raises the bar, and it's going to be very hard to beat. So if you haven't seen those movies, watch them, and you'll be like just shocked at how gritty and how effective and just entertaining and gut wrenching, bone breaking everything is. It's just so intense. It's like edge of your seat stuff. So with this movie, Gareth Evans, he is, he's deciding to do a different genre. So it's not action. This is more of the horror period piece starring Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens, if you don't know, he plays the main character David in The Legion. And, he has, in that show, he has powers, but he acts all just crazy and wired, and like he's had a lot of coffee. And this one, he plays a character that's on a mission to infiltrate this religious cult in an isolated island so that he can save his sister. And it takes place in the year 1905. So once he's there, weird stuff is happening, and they're the leaders of the cult, and it's already it's setting the pace that the cult is not to be trusted, and they do some heinous acts like killing people. So yeah, the cult has kidnapped the sister for money, for ransom, and it's up to Dan Stevens' character to try to stop them or rescue her. And we get to meet some characters in the cult. It's like you kind of understand where each of the characters are coming from, and why they are a certain way. So the leaders are trying to just keep their way of life, and so they find out that there is an intruder on the island, so they try to sniff him out. For a movie, it's more of a thriller and supernatural thriller, and less on the horror aspect. Like, you can consider it being a horror movie just because of all the kind of gory stuff that's happening, all the murderous stuff that's happening, and there are some tense scenes involving the something weird that's happening. And but as a horror movie, I wasn't really scared. I was tensed, and there are some weird stuff, weird creatures and all that, and so that could be part of the horror aspect. Gareth Evans, he decides to do a different genre, and I think he does a great job of being able to go into any genre, because he has done the horror genre before with the VHS franchise anthology stuff. And so yeah, here he's tackling something different. And there are moments, like if you're fans of the Raid, there are like little pieces here and there that you can see like influence from Gareth Evans, because he likes to have that the wow factor. So for example, the Raid 1 and 2, there are like key moments during the fight scenes where Iko, the main character, when he does like some brutal stuff to the enemies, you're like, holy shit. And so yeah, this movie has plenty of that sprinkled throughout, where shit happens and you're like, oh, whoa. But don't expect any action sequences or martial arts sequences like in the Raid, because this is supposed to be more of a period piece, and it's taking place in a different area where it's just like religious cult, and it's just a guy that's just trying to find his sister. But there will be moments where certain characters will be kind of kicking ass, and you're like, okay, I can kind of see that. And I was hoping that said character would do more, but it's always been toned down in terms of that. So just so that like, this is not the type of movie that's going to be like the Raid. So yeah, it's Gareth Evans so far. This is Netflix original show movie that I really enjoyed, and I recommend this to you guys. So I'm hoping that Netflix will have more awesome original movie content, because for me, I really feel like the movies that Netflix has been offering has been hit or miss. For example, the Cloverfield one, the Paradox one, I wasn't a huge fan of that. I thought that one dragged. But yeah, so with this one, highly recommended. And once it's out, let me know what you thought about the movie on the comments below. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.